I read a lot, but my RC scores are not improving. My verbal scores are not improving. Right? So, this is something that we hear very frequently. It's a very common problem. People keep saying that, look, I'm reading a lot, just like you asked me to. I do 3 RC passages every day, and I'm trying to retain everything, but my scores don't go up. Fine. Bunch of things. It's not about how much you read, but how you read as well. And so, it is very important to switch off and read. I know this is counterintuitive, but too frequently people prepare for RCs by reading very intensely. They want to read to remember detail and facts. So you read an editorial of Hindu and then you want to say close the paper down and then recount all the facts. And it doesn't work like that. You can't pick patterns and tones and read between the lines if you're too intense and in trying to retain facts from the passage. And so don't do gimmicky reading. Don't try to speed read. Don't try to measure how quickly you can do something. All of that is unnecessary. So switch off and read as if you were reading for pleasure. You do that sufficiently, you will realize that your retention is way higher than conscious reading. So make that adjustment, which is why I continuously say don't just do RC passages. Just read. You don't have to read and answer questions. Just read. To gather information. That's particular, that's pivotal, that's vital for this exam. Right? Second thing for VARC, it's not reading speed. I can tell you that almost anyone who is reasonable could potentially look at 27, 28 questions the last 2 CATs. Speed is not a factor in the VARC section. This time, the last few years, you're leaving questions because you're not sure about the answer, not because the passage was too tough or it was too long or too lengthy. Right? So what is a critical factor? Here it is how you decide between those 2 close choices, B and C. So cultivate the habit of being anal about accuracy, about worrying about finding those 1 out of 2 choices. That is very vital. Read without intensity. Read without worrying about RC questions. And so that habit of just taking information and reading pleasantly is very vital. You do lots of it, you'll realize that your fact retention is really good when you're reading without worrying about details. It happens. Back yourself to find that, to discover that. That's very vital. Best wishes for your CAT.